Okay, so bug collector. I see a lot of YouTube tutorials for this, and they're all really good. They're great. I used a few of them myself when trying to learn the song, but one thing that I really hated about it was that it didn't have the right sound to it. Whenever you play it in standard, you miss out on a lot of the key notes that are played. But if you play it in the way that she plays it, you have to tune your guitar a lot, and I don't want to do that. So my method uses the best of both worlds. You tune your guitar a little bit. A little unconventional method used to get to where you need, but I'll go over how I came up with it, I guess. So I do this a lot either way, but like this is what I figured out. So looking at how Haley tunes her guitar, she goes A and then A again. Now, I'm not tuned like that right now, but it would go A and then A, and then she would go 5th fret capo. And what this does is turns that octave A to a D. Now I could see, you could probably, the gears are turning maybe. If not, I'll say that I currently have my guitar in drop D. So there's not some wacky tuning going on that Haley's using. It's great, sounds wonderful, not my thing personally, but drop D, everything else, standard, so you can move around all the chords that you want. But here's the unconventional part. You're going to want to take your capo here, instead of putting it on all the strings like that, you're going to want to move it down, make sure it's snug on the 5 strings here, and leave this string open. Now what this is going to do, on the 2nd fret at least, is that whenever you put a C chord down, it's now moved up 2 frets, and it's now a D chord. Like if you see chord shape right there, it's now a D chord. And what's great about this is that now that you have it on the 5th fret there, you also have the octave. So you get those notes that Haley plays, but without having to detune your guitar as much. Now, I'm going to play through this first part here to hopefully jog some memory, I guess. And then I'm going to go over what I did. So for starters, I'll just play. Now, what's happening there is a descending pattern right here. Now, what this is going to be is, I believe, actually, I'm just going to go off of how it is relative to the actual neck rather than the capo. This is going to be on the 9th fret, and then the 7th fret here. Now, you're going to move that shape down a fret, and then down a fret again, but you're going to do this pattern, those 2 time patterns, down 1 more fret, then down 1 more fret, and ooh, hi cat. You need to go. You're gonna jump up here, aren't you? Probably. Yeah, gonna. Moving that shape. Get down. I don't want you up here. You're gonna move that shape down fret by fret until you get down to this C shape. But the way that it's actually played is a C major 7. And you're gonna want to move around some stuff. Goodness, he's found something to play with. You're gonna want to thump. Now this just keeps rhythm for me. Otherwise, I have to consciously think about my thumb being, hitting that string there. So this is just a rhythm thing for me. If you wanted to play it according to the recording, you can. And it will sound more like. Which isn't hard, but whenever you put words to it, it starts to get a little bit more complex. So rhythm for me. Now, the other part here is... Now, much like before, and I forgot to mention the before part is like a Travis picking kind of thing. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. And you would repeat that. Going down, and then this part here is going to be similar to, but not quite. It's going to be a little bit different. Yeah. that's something that Haley does occasionally. I don't really do it too often because I have a capo on it. Could make it go out of tune. So, you know, that kind of thing. And the next part here, and I'm going to do only 3 parts here, is the same kind of pattern here, but it's going to be 4 beats total less, 4 beats total in the entire phrase, because you have one measure of 2/4 and it's repeated. So what you're going to have here is a slightly different pattern here, and what's going to happen here is this, then pick that one right there with your finger, and then you would do the second half of the pattern there. So we and put a little bit of space between them, you know. Then you'd go on the same kind of pattern. Then the same one that I did earlier, there we go. Now, that's going to be played once, and that's where that measure of 2/4 is. It's going to be played once there. You go to the C there. Now, the next part here, I'm going to just play through it because it's a little bit more complex, and I kind of mess it up a lot, so I'm going to play it through first, and I'm going to just explain what's happening there. Now that's going to be a similar kind of, that is actually Travis picked, I'm pretty sure actually. Like just straight up like a pinch kind of thing, but it's going to be a little bit, it's going to be starting on a different beat basically. So what you're going to want to do is that's where that pinch is with the Travis pick kind of thing. So it's going to be a hammer on from the 5th fret there to the 7th fret, and then 6th fret there on that finger there. So it'll be so I'll try to hold it more like this so you could see my hand. And then you can throw in a little bit more, you know, that tritone there. So then it goes down to the C chord there. Now, you can just mess around with that kind of stuff, but, you know, that's just the 3 parts that I see inside the song, and that's just the way that I play it. Now, this is just personal stuff for me. This isn't actually how it's picked. This is just how I see it and what works best for me. So it's more of a standard kind of thing rather than, you know, occasionally throwing in a different note and a different rhythm kind of thing. More consistent kind of thing, something that more people could averagely do if they really wanted to. So, you know, see if I can do it here. I already messed up. Then there's also one other part, but I don't really like doing it too often. It's the I kind of suck at it, to be honest. So that basically that's just gonna be over the C chord there. I see major 7 basically. Yeah, I kind of suck at it, so it's not really my strong suit. But it's gonna be a Travis pick kind of thing. For the fingering of that part there, and then it'll be open on that string there. That one. Now you do that over a Travis pick C chord, C major chord here, major 7 chord here. Goodness. So yeah, you can mess around with that, figure out what works best for you. I find it best usually. I'm not really the best at it, but like play a C chord here, take your finger off there. Now you have a finger free. You could do a pinky on the 3rd fret there, pointer on the 2nd fret, and then that will be it. You can work around with it, figure out what works best for you. That's just what works best for me.